Alright guys, we are leaving Moab. Very sad actually. I'm really gonna miss this little town and our wonderful little hotel room. But we are on to our next destination, Salt Lake City. Hello everyone, welcome back to the second episode of our epic summer road trip. I am so excited. We made it to Salt Lake City. It was a wonderful drive. It was actually a pretty short drive. It was one of our shorter days. It was about, I think, 3.5 hours or so. Ended up being a little bit more because we stopped for lunch, but we are here in Salt Lake City and ready to kick off the second half of this epic summer road trip. As you can see behind me, we have gotten to the mountains, so we have left the desert behind, and everything from here on out is going to be a little bit more green, a little bit more lush, a little bit more, there's going to be more terrain and more interesting terrain as well. And I'm so excited to bring you along on all the adventures in the second half of this series. So, with that said, let me cut to our drive in, because the drive in was so interesting to watch the just kind of everything around us change. So, you know, we left Moab and Arches and Canyonlands with their beautiful Utah slick rock, the red rocks behind. And as we made our way up through Utah, the landscape completely changed. And so all of a sudden we were in kind of the mountains, and there was a river running beside the highway, the train tracks. We climbed up to about 7,400 feet or so in elevation, and then descended down into Salt Lake City. Along the way, just so much beauty. This is our first trip to Utah, and I think it's safe to say we have just been completely blown away by everything that we've seen thus far, and we can't wait to explore even more. Moab was only our first stop. Now we're in Salt Lake City. In a couple days we'll be going to Park City as well, and that's going to be another complete change from the landscape and the city that we're in right now. So for our stay here in Salt Lake City, I booked us a room at the Hyatt Regency downtown at the convention center. That's kind of what you're seeing down there. And now let me give you a quick room tour, because this room is outstanding. You're seeing part of it behind me here, but that's just, you're not going to believe what you see here. So let me do that now, and then we'll figure out what to do this afternoon. Here's the entryway. Here's where you come to the room. Now look at this. Look at this panoramic view of Salt Lake City. We are on the top floor of the hotel, which is 25. And down below us is the convention center. And we're looking out, I think we're looking out northwest from this corner. And can you see these giant, these are probably 10 or 11 foot windows? And look at this amazing view. Okay, so I have to be a little bit crass for a moment. Bear with me. I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm not actually using the toilet. But I wanted to do this to show you my view from the toilet. I mean, is this the best view you've ever had while sitting on a toilet? I mean, hello. Wow. So, I think it's Charmin that has that slogan, enjoy the go. We will definitely be enjoying the go while we are here, and I hope you do too. How fun is this, you guys?
There's a DHL plane, 2 UPS planes. I don't know what those other ones are.
Does this give you some scale? or a sense of scale as to how big these windows are. Like, I mean, John is a normal size. John is short. We're both short, but we're normal sized human beings. And look at this. Check out these interesting little signs at the front of the Salt Palace, which is the convention center here. So interesting. Well, guys, we made it to the mall, and this is actually really beautiful. Check this out. All right, so I think we're going to just wander around. I'm not sure how much you can hear. Wander around and see if there's anything that catches our eye. So let's head in. Guys, the sun is setting. Look at that. Look at this view. Good morning, everyone. It is our first full day here in Salt Lake City. Pardon me, I'm trying to figure out how to hold the phone. And I'm standing in the bathroom getting ready. This is not like a get ready with me because no one will want to get ready with me. But I love the view from here. That's why I'm in here. I wanted to show you this view from here. You can see, kind of out the window back there. And then even when you're standing here in the bathroom, you still have like all of that incredible panoramic view out the main windows of the road. You can even kind of see the edge of the Capitol building right there. So absolutely incredible. Such an incredible room. Well, we are gonna go and get breakfast at a place called Neater's, which is a local chain here, and then we'll head to the Land Cruiser Museum. Now, the Land Cruiser Museum, I'm not entirely sure, sorry for the shaking. I'm not entirely sure if, I'll have to see how much there is to see and how much I end up filming, because I may need to even break that out into its own video, so we'll see how that goes. I'll let you guys know whatever we come up with, in terms of what's going to make sense for that. But in any case, it will be up here on the channel at some point in some video, and I cannot wait to see that today, you guys. It's going to be so exciting. And I'm hoping that they have some kind of cool, merchandise or something like that that I can, bring back and maybe even do a giveaway with. So we'll see. But for now, let's head out and get coffee, get breakfast, and then head to the Land Cruiser Museum. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is like, I don't even know where to start with this. So this is the front of the museum. We haven't even gotten to the cars yet, but look at what's here. I can't. I can't, there's no words. Oh. I have this model at home. That is so cool. That's in my, I showed you guys this. That's in my, my office. Okay, let's go head on and see the cars. You know, I kind of feel like I'm in a toy shop, like, but with real cars, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I'm browsing eBay, you know, like I tend to do for model cars, but it's not eBay. These are real cars, full size, you know? It's just, this is something else. This alone is worth coming to Salt Lake City for. Okay guys, so we've gotten to the more modern Land Cruisers, or at least there's a section of them here, and there is an actual Prado 150 that was a Japanese toll road maintenance vehicle. So this is the vehicle that would go up and down the Japanese toll roads, you know, helping broken down other vehicles, performing maintenance, doing cleaning work and things like that. But it is a Prado 150, so this is my GX in JDM, you know, Japanese spec, outfitted for toll road duty. It's so cool. Okay, and then over here we have some of the more modern, full-size flagship Land Cruisers. So we've got a couple 200 series. We have, and then we have 3 100 series down there as well. love this 100 series with the black bumpers. This obviously is not a US spec vehicle, but this is the basic Land Cruiser, you know, full-size Land Cruiser that we never got here in the US. You can see the steel wheels there as well.
1FC, that's what made this different.
I will also own one of these one day. You can also tour this entire collection online as well on the Land Cruiser Heritage Museum's website. I will link that below for you as well. And here, if you know your Land Cruisers, behind me is the granddaddy of all Land Cruisers. This is the Mega Cruiser. This was the Japanese version, essentially, of the US Humvee. Not related, just the same kind of idea. This giant kind of troop carrier, ultra wide, goes anywhere kind of vehicle that you can take onto the battlefield and on any terrain, you know, across the globe. And now we get to my favorite 60 series. This is the one, if I were to buy a classic Land Cruiser, it would be this one. And there's the troop carrier. This, I think, is my favorite of all the 70 series because this has got that classic kind of two-door, long bed or long kind of rear cargo area proportion to it. Like, if we could buy one here, this is what I'm buying. I'm not buying the four-door, I'm buying the two-door with the troop carrier back end. Alright guys, so we had an absolutely incredible time at the Land Cruiser Museum. There is so much cool stuff in there. What I'm gonna have to do is break out the full kind of walkthrough into a standalone video. I will link to that in the link in this video and try to publish them at the same time, so you can, after you watch this one, you can go and watch that one, and that'll be, because the full thing, like the full walkthrough ended up being probably about 40 minutes long. It was kind of insane. If you want to see the full thing, I want to, you know, publish that here on the channel as well. It'll probably be unlisted, but the link in the description will get you to that video and you can watch the whole thing. In the meantime, they also have what museum would be complete without a gift shop. And I got a bunch of stuff for me, but I also got some stuff for you. So when we get back to the hotel, I'll show you what I've got for 3 of you lucky people. And there's probably only gonna be 3 people who watch this video anyway, so maybe you'll all win. But anyway, 3 of you will win some cool merch and stuff from the Land Cruiser Museum, courtesy of me, to thank you for watching all my nonsense, especially these last 2 vlogs. And yeah, because, you know, if you can't make it all the way out to Salt Lake City, you should still be able to rock and rep the Land Cruiser Heritage Museum, right? So we'll talk more about that when we get back to the hotel. In the meantime, we're gonna go and tour around the rest of the city. Well, we are back at the hotel. It is mid-afternoon now, and we had the most fun day. And such a different day, because this is really the first city that we've been in on this trip. Instead of, wandering around the national parks, we were wandering around the city, and it was so much fun, in addition to, of course, going to the Land Cruiser Heritage Museum. And now that we're back at the hotel, I wanted to tell you guys about the special little giveaway that we're going to be doing as part of this video. So, in this giveaway, there will actually be 3 winners this time, not just one. The prize isn't as high value as it normally is, but I had to take what they had, right? So anyway, what you guys can enter to win are... Each of you will get 1 license plate frame, and this says Land Cruiser Heritage Museum. Really, really cool with their logo there. And in addition to the license plate frame, that's not all you're getting, folks. You will also get a Land Cruiser Heritage Museum hat. Now, this is not exactly the same one that I have, though the thing with these, so John and I each bought one of these. These are sized, so they, these are fit to a certain size. And given that, obviously I didn't know who would win what, or, what size y'all's heads are, I went with the trucker hat. So this one is adjustable. It's got a, it's a typical trucker hat, cloth front. Says Land Cruiser Heritage Museum, Salt Lake City. It's a Richardson hat. It's a pretty good quality hat too. And then the back is, like a trucker hat. The back is mesh like that. And what you're gonna do to enter is we're gonna do it exactly the same way that I do all the giveaways here on this channel. Email me at the email you see on screen. It's josh'scarsofjapan@gmail.com. Let me know that you want to enter the giveaway for the Land Cruiser Museum merch, or swag, or whatever the kids call this stuff. Let me know your name and your YouTube screen name. And in 2 weeks from today, I will draw a winner at random. Or actually, I will draw 3 winners at random. And I will write back to you at that point, once the drawing is complete, to ask you for where you'd like me to send your prizes. So, I think for the rest of the afternoon, we're going to relax around here at the hotel. We're going to a Japanese restaurant for dinner, which is I'm so excited about because John and I both really like Japanese food. I'm a Japanese national, obviously, so that makes sense. And then, yeah, tomorrow we head to Park City, and super excited to see everything there. Good morning, everyone. It is our last morning here in Salt Lake City, and we're going to be heading out in a bit. But before we do, we thought we'd pop down, get a coffee, and enjoy our last look at this absolutely amazing view from the Hyatt Regency. And I think it's pretty safe to say that we will definitely be back, hopefully to the same exact room. So, with that said, the plan for today is we're going to leave here in a bit and head over to Park City. Now, Park City is only about 45 minutes away, so it's a real quick hop, skip, and a jump across the mountains to get to Park City. And once again, just like going from Moab to here, the scenery is going to change completely because Park City is, of course, properly in the mountains. It's a ski town. During the summer, obviously, it's not a ski town, but there's still so much nature and hiking and, just kind of outdoor things to be done. Plus, a really beautiful Main Street drag, if you will. So, in the meantime, let's finish our coffees, enjoy our last look at this amazing view, get packed up, and head out to Park City. Okay guys, well we just checked in to the St. Regis and we did actually get an upgrade. So let me show you around. I think I need to learn how to work the light switches because some of the rooms are a little bit dark, which I don't think is normal. So I think it's every switch, there's like 5 light switches for everything and each one has a dimmer. So anyway, so starting out with our powder room here, and then we come into our main area here. This is bigger than like all of the apartments we've ever lived in. We have a full kitchen, which is so nice because we actually are probably going to make dinner tonight, like a home cooked dinner, because we have a fully stocked, like fully functioning kitchen. We have like a range here, there's a hood, there's a microwave and toaster, there's a full fridge here as well. We have 2 freezer drawers also. Crazy. What's that? We have a sitting room here with a TV, a fireplace, which it's hot, so I'm gonna turn it on just to play with it, and a sitting area. Beautifully appointed, I have to say. Really, really nice. The only complaint I have, and I shouldn't even, there's like nothing to complain about with this room. My only complaint is, the thing about the St. Regis and the room that we actually booked was, the room we were supposed to book was a normal room, but it had a really great view. This is a crazy suite, like full residence kind of room with a view of the driveway. We do have a waterfall though, which you guys know, I mean, I love. So that's really nice, and I probably will still come out here to have my coffee and stuff, but we're kind of boxed in, all things considered. So yeah, I'm not complaining because, you know, I will sacrifice my view for the room, but still, I was kind of hoping for a better view. But anyway, so that is the first balcony. And then as we come through here, we get to the second, the main bathroom with another water closet, shower, double vanity, soaker tub, oversized. I don't know, this looks small on camera. It's an oversized tub in real life. And I think that's a St. Regis thing, because every St. Regis I've stayed in, they've always had these kind of louver-like things into the bedroom, which is fine if you're a couple, but I don't know how that works when you're a family. And here is the bedroom with TV, nice seating area, another second fireplace, and another second balcony. Again, with not much of a view, but that's okay. So, yeah. Really nice place to spend a couple nights here in Park City. And I can't wait to make dinner tonight. We love to cook at home, so having a kitchen where we can actually make like a home-cooked meal is huge for us. And I'm so excited for that. Okay, guys, I have a funny story. I don't think I showed you this when we were in Moab, but when we were in Moab, the Hoodoo hotel that we were staying in. Let me turn this down because it's probably loud. The Hoodoo hotel that we were staying in. I don't know what the deal was, but the air conditioner didn't really cool the room. And I don't mind a warm room. I just can't stand when there's no air circulation. So anyway, in Moab, when we were there, we popped into the hardware store, bought a little Vornado tower fan for like 39 bucks. And it worked beautifully. Because at least there's air circulation getting moved throughout the room. So anyway, we thought we'd only have to use it in Moab, but, we didn't want to throw it away just having bought it brand new. So we tossed it in the car and figured we'd take it home and whatever. But, because we did, and because this room is rather warm, and I think it's because Park City doesn't typically get as hot as it is right now. But anyway, we have our wonderful little fan, and it is cooling off, or it's at least circulating the air in this room wonderfully. So guys, I know I was complaining about the view earlier, but the sun has set, the lights have come on, and look at this amazing view here of the Porte Cochere and the front drive of the St. Regis. My waterfall, first of all, is lit up, and that's quite nice, and it's still on. But look at the trees. They are all lit up, and the gentle breeze that's blowing here makes them look like they're twinkling. And it just looks like Christmas. I can just imagine what this looks like when it's snowing and all of this is covered in a blanket of the white stuff, and wow. Look at that. I don't think this is going to come out nearly as beautiful on video as it is in real life, because I don't think it can capture the magic of seeing this in person right now. It's mesmerizing. Good morning, everyone. Well, it is our first morning in the suite, and because every suite at the St. Regis comes with butler service, they brought fresh French press coffee. So we're gonna enjoy some of that. Oh, that smells good.
Just a little bit. I'll put some sugar in first. Okay. That's really good.
All right, moment of truth. We'll try it black, and then we'll add anything else into it. Oh, that's good. Well, so far it's shaping up to be a pretty good stay here. We also, by the way, yesterday when we were at the grocery store, we bought some muffins. And because we have a full kitchen, we bought some eggs and sausages to make breakfast. So we will do that here in just a minute. And then today, later on, we'll use their house car service to head into Park City. what a pretty day here in Park City. It is about just approaching 11 o'clock in the morning, and I think because we're here on the off season and it's a Monday, it's pretty quiet, all things considered, which I don't actually hate because it feels like a really relaxed kind of vibe right now. And I like that because, you know, from the photos and videos we've seen of, you know, the higher, busier times of the year, it can get pretty packed down here with people and cars. And that's actually the way it was yesterday as well when we came through here. So it's actually quite nice that it's not, you know, it's not crazy busy or anything like that today. Because we can just kind of stroll along at our leisure, enjoy the beautiful sunshine and all the wonderful shops here. Okay guys, so, well, there are a bunch of changes I have to talk to you about that we have made some decisions about, but one of the biggest ones is, you know how I was telling you yesterday that the room was warm and we were like, we brought the fan in from the car because it was warm, so we weren't sure if that was normal. So we casually mentioned that to the front desk this morning when they, you know, when we passed through and they said, "Oh, how's your stay going?" We said, "Oh, it's great, you know, but is it normal for the rooms to be warm in the summertime?" And they said, "No, absolutely not." So they sent engineering up to, you know, check things out. And later on in the day, when we came back from all of our running around, they said, "We actually looked at your AC in the room that, you know, in our suite. And no, it's not normal and something's broken. So we're going to put you in a different room for, you know, the night." And the funny thing is we're only here for one more night. And we were like, cool. I literally told him though, I was like, I don't, you know, any room is fine. We're leaving in the morning. Just give us whatever you've got. Well, this is what they put us in. And we're kind of in shock about this. So let me turn the camera around so you guys can see it. So first of all, this is somebody's actual home, because the St. Regis, like many ski resorts, you can buy into this property. If you have, you know, $1 bajillion, you can buy a unit here. And people who do that, you know, they come and spend a couple months in the wintertime and they occupy their unit. While they're not here, their units get put into kind of like a hotel pool, meaning that, you know, the hotel can sell them you know, to paying guests. That's what we ended up in. 2 little people. And we somehow got, we think she said it was like the family executive suite or something like that. It's like 2 or 3 bedrooms, 2 or 3 family executive residence, 2 or 3 absolutely massive, like full on ensuite bathrooms. There is a gourmet kitchen with like Sub-Zero and Wolf appliances. This is like a $15,000 range. Ask me how I know that, because I build these out, you know, to dream about them. Like granite kitchen, everything. Giant living room. This isn't even half the room that, you guys, okay? So giant living room. The manager goes, it's a little bigger than what you have. And we're like, okay. This is like, it may actually be, I don't know if it's as big as our house, but it's definitely much nicer than our house. So like full kind of sitting room, full, you know, kitchen, full lounge or living area. And then finally, at the end of this giant long hall, the master suite. And I don't even know what you do in a place this big. There's even in-unit laundry.
Because this is somebody's house.
There is a giant master bath with another water closet. So I think that's 3 toilets we've seen in this room so far. And there's 1,002 doors, so who knows what else is in here. But anyway, and look at this view. I really, I was totally fine with the view that we had before, but check out the ski slope view. Can you guys believe this? And I promise that, they don't know, I'm just some random Marriott Bonvoy member. I mean, we didn't pull any strings. They don't know that I'm, putting this on video or whatever. We're just 2 ordinary travelers who struck the hotel room jackpot. In other news, the other changes that I wanted to tell you about are actually kind of exciting. So I think I had told you when we set off on this whole thing that the plan was to go from here in Park City to Denver for 2 days, then to Amarillo for another 2 days. And we were talking about it this afternoon because we're sort of at the point where, vacation's coming to an end and you're starting to feel sad about that. And personally, I don't think Amarillo is that interesting. John wanted to go there because there's a place, a Texas state park called Paladero Canyon there. But we've done Canyonlands National Park. So we were talking it through this afternoon and we were like, what if we spent an extra night in Denver? So instead of having 2 nights there and just 1 full day, we had 3 nights there and 2 full days, kind of the same way we did in Moab. And we said, yeah, let's do that because Denver is more interesting than Amarillo. And then we were starting to think about it and going, well, if we're going from Denver and we're really just using Amarillo as an overnight hold, does it make sense to go somewhere else and do the overnight hold? And what we came up with is we're actually going to go through Wichita, Kansas, which, bear with me, I know that's kind of weird, but it'll allow us to go through Kansas and Oklahoma, 2 states that neither of us have ever been to. And for me personally, I will have visited 28 out of 50 states. So this whole trip, because we're adding Utah and Wyoming to, I'm able to check those 2 off my list as well. By the end of the trip, I will be able to say I have seen more than half of all U.S. states, and that's really exciting to me. All right, guys, good morning. Look at this beautiful sunrise on the slopes of Deer Valley. The sun is peeking out over the horizon on the other side, rises in the east, sets in the west. East is that way. And just look at this view. In the golden hour, the sun is starting to, light up the hillside. What an amazing view, and what an amazing room and experience we've had here. I just can't tell you guys how grateful I am, how appreciative I am that we've had this experience. And the funny thing is, I'm not going to tell you how much we paid to stay here, but we booked a standard king room. We were supposed to have a view kind of similar to this, but on a much lower floor, I think. But even still, we didn't pay that much for this, and yet we ended up in, for our last night, this insane 2-bedroom residence. Guys, check it out. The sun is continuing to rise on a beautiful cloudless day here. And look at this color. Look at the shadows. Look at the tones. The golden light cascading over the mountains. Wow. All right, guys, back in the car, heading out, leaving Deer Valley, leaving Utah today. It looks like it's going to be about 7.5 hours to Denver, Colorado, via Wyoming. So let me turn you around and show you what we're looking at. Hey guys, well, we just got to Denver. It was a pretty long travel day, but not too bad. And we were in our room, and I figured, since I've done a room tour of basically every other room we've stayed in, I'd show you this one. And okay, here's the thing. This room is not anything special, but I love it because I love the style, and it's cozy. And this was the thing, John and I were talking about this. So, you know, the suite that we had at the St. Regis, beautiful. Like, astounding, right? But it wasn't cozy. It was huge. It felt like you were in some, you know, penthouse where one person's supposed to sleep in this bedroom, and, you know, and I like cozy. I like small. I like us to be crammed together for the few days that we're on vacation together. So, with that said, let me flip you around and show you this room. Okay, so here's the interesting thing about this room. John's washing his face. As someone who's done Europe, like, a number of countless times, this room feels very European, and I love it. Like, I love that it does. If you've ever been to Europe, sorry, it's probably kind of echoey in here. You know how they always have the toilet flush buttons kind of on the wall there? That feels very European to me. In the shower, so this hotel it's 4 or 5 years old. We're at the Jacqard, by the way, the Jacqard Hotel in Denver. The shower is very high tech, very similar to a lot of European rooms as well that have kind of, you know, fancy showers. So I made the mistake of doing this earlier. You actually press the button to turn the water on. I've never seen that, but that's actually really cool, as long as you know that that's what it does. And then we have really nice toiletries in here as well. We have, you guys, liquid hand soap. I love that. One of the most annoying things to me in staying in hotels is all they give you to wash your hands is a little bar of soap. But this place actually gives you liquid hand soap, and that's amazing. Okay, now let's go look at the rest of the room. So here's the room. Super modern. I love it. Really, really nice. It's a little bit cramped, but it feels, I think that contributes to the feeling of this being kind of like a European hotel. You know, if you stay in, most European hotel rooms are small, but really well appointed. I mean, beautiful light design in here. We have it's a decent view here in Cherry Creek. Nice little reading lamps by the bed as well, like those reading lamps. And we have an espresso, which is really nice as well, because one of the banes of my existence is those like terrible cheap, you know, hotel coffee makers that make watery coffee. It's disgusting. So we have an espresso. That makes me happy. And overall, yeah, I like this. I really, really like this. And of course, the biggest thing is it's small. It's cozy, and it is everything that I wanted, or I want, from a hotel where it's just the two of us enjoying, a little weekend away or whatever. It's going to be so nice to come back here and just kind of be in our own little space. So, yeah, really happy. Now, the first thing we're going to do here, so Denver, there's a few things we're doing here in Denver. One is Rocky Mountain National Park. But the other thing, and the reason I wanted to extend our time here in Denver by a night, is I want to go shopping. And we're staying in Cherry Creek because it's right across. If you know Denver, Cherry Creek is like the kind of premier destination for shopping here in Denver. Probably here, like for all of Colorado, probably for even like, the neighboring states, because there wasn't much shopping in Utah. So we're going to go shopping. I'm going to be picking up a few things that I've had my eye on, and one of the days that we're here, we'll just probably wander around and window shop and, have some retail therapy to end our vacation. So, welcome to Denver. Good morning, everyone. So I totally forgot to film like a, kind of sign off last night with you all and wish you all a good night. I apologize for that. We had a long day on the road of driving, and, by the time we got here, we basically went for a, walk around the mall, picked up my Toomey stuff, and then went to dinner. And then we came back here and basically just kind of sacked out and had a wonderful sleep. This hotel room, I love this hotel room. It's small, it's cozy, it's modern. It's just like kind of everything. This is the kind of hotel room I love. The St. Regis was great, don't get me wrong, but I love this. Anyway, so totally forgot to kind of wrap things up yesterday and say goodnight and all that kind of thing. So anyway, today's a super exciting day because we are going to Rocky Mountain National Park. And this is one of my favorite national parks, John's as well. Because I love the mountains, and because I love kind of the scenery that you find in Rocky Mountain National Park. I'm so excited. We are both so excited to get back there. Now, something to know about Rocky Mountain National Park if you haven't been there. Right now in Metro Denver, it is about 70 degrees or so. By the time we get to the top of the scenic trail drive in Rocky Mountain National Park, which is the Alpine Visitor Center, it's going to be about like 30 or 40 degrees. Right now, up there, it's about 10 degrees. So you get this wild swing, this really, really interesting wild swing of temperatures and terrain and altitude and everything in Rocky Mountain National Park. So that's what we're doing. Go get dressed. I will meet you in the car and we'll head out. Okay guys, we are on one of my favorite drives in the whole world. This is I-25 descending into Boulder, Colorado with the Front Range in full view. It is so incredibly beautiful here. The views, we're 10,000 feet up, 10,614 feet to be exact, and just wow. Alright guys, we have made it to the Alpine Visitor Center. This is at 11,200 and something feet. And this is generally going to be the top of the mountain. And as you can probably hear, the air is quite thin, and so it's a little hard to walk and talk at the same time. So we're going to go in here, check things out, see what they've got, and then check out the view from here as well. Because let me turn you around real quick. Isn't this amazing? So what you're seeing up on the mountain there is called permafrost. And the kind of sad thing about it is, catching my breath here, is many years ago, when we came here last, which wasn't actually that many years ago, it was probably 5 years ago, there was way more permafrost in the valley and on the mountain here than there is now. So that's a very clear sign that, you know, the world is warming up, and it's taking away a lot of the natural geographic features that used to be here. Alright guys, well that is going to do it for us in Rocky Mountain National Park. We had such a great day. It's always so much fun coming here, walking around, getting out, seeing the sights, seeing all that Colorado has to offer. And I had such a great time. Can't wait to come back. And yeah, if you come to Denver, the Denver area, or Colorado in general, Rocky Mountain National Park is absolutely a must-see and a must-stop. And even if you only have, you know, a day to do it like we did today, you can do the Trail Ridge Road Drive that we just did in under a day. So it takes, you know, you can make it however long or short you want, depending on how many times you stop and all that kind of thing. So yeah, thank you guys so much for coming along. I hope you had fun here at the park, and now we are going to head back to Denver. All right, guys. Well, we are back in the room after dinner, kicking back. The sun is setting here over Denver. We had such a fun day. So much to see. So much to take in. Always a fun day at Rocky Mountain National Park and at any national park. Well, with that, I think we are going to have a relaxing night in. As you can probably tell by now, we're not going out people. We're not nightclub people. We're not, stay at a bar till 2 a.m. kind of people. We are the people who like to be in bed by 9 o'clock, watching the news and just kind of, having we never really go out. We're very boring that way. So anyway, that's what our night's going to be. And yeah, thank you guys so much for coming along with us. Tomorrow's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be wandering around Denver, doing some shopping, and I can't wait to bring you along on that. So a little bit more to come here, and then the day after that, we head out to Wichita, Kansas, and then we'll head home from there down south through Kansas and Oklahoma back to Texas. So I'll talk to you guys in the morning. Have a great one, and see you then. Good morning, everyone. It is another beautiful day here in Denver, Colorado, and it's kind of a sad day, but it's also a really happy day, too. It's happy because today is our wander around Denver and go shopping day, and that is like my thing. I love shopping on vacation because the things that, whenever I buy something on vacation, it then always has that kind of sentimental value of like, I bought that, in Denver or in Paris or in London or, wherever we are. So lots more to come from Denver. Let's go find a place to get coffee and then start our day. Start the morning off with coffee. Guys, is this the coolest store ever? I mean, I could get happily lost in here for the rest of the day and be the happiest person on the planet because I just love it. It's so beautiful. And it's like, you can't not be happy in an REI, I don't think. Especially not this one. Isn't this beautiful? Such a pretty day here. Such a beautiful downtown city center, and we haven't even scratched the surface of it either. You know, if we were here longer or if we had stayed downtown, there's so much more to do back that way. But it was really nice to get a taste of it, and I'm so glad, we're both so glad that we decided to spend an extra day here, because if not, you know, we would have been on our way to Amarillo today. But this is way more fun, walking around downtown Denver and then going shopping this afternoon at the mall too. So let's get on. This is such a beautiful city. I've really enjoyed our short little time that we've had here, and we will definitely be back. But for now, we're back at the car, and it's time to head to the mall. Also, you guys, check out the appalling state of my floor mats. This car is going to need a whole detail by the time we get home. Alright guys, well, we are back in the hotel. We had a pretty successful day of shopping, I think. Just bought a few things, one of which I'm excited to see, so I'm opening it as we speak. Now, fair warning here before I pull this out. I do not have a face for sunglasses. Like, no matter what I buy, they never really look good on me, because I've been told I have a really square face. And I've been told not to buy square sunglasses, but I still do it anyway because I think they look okay. But, you know, I'm not the epitome of style, so my goal whenever I get ready for anything is sufficient or adequate. So anyway, my favorite brand of sunglasses is Maui Jim, and I happened to find these actually I found these in Park City. They didn't have a new pair in the store, so I figured when we came to Denver, I'd try to find a pair, and I did. So these are Maui Jim Red Sands or something like that. Me putting them on probably is going to turn off everyone from wanting them, but that's okay. John, excuse me, got a pair of sunglasses too, and then he also got yet another moon swatch. So that's fun. I think that's about it for the afternoon. We're going to just kind of hang around the hotel, relax a bit before dinner, and then tonight we're going to Ruth's Chris for our kind of traditional last night of vacation dinner. Thank you guys so much for being along on this adventure. And yeah, we will talk later, closer to dinner. All right, guys. Well, we had a great dinner. We had a great day. We had just in general, an amazing stay. and time here in Denver. Although it always is a great time. I've never had a bad trip to Denver, I don't think. Even the work ones have been really nice and fun. I think because Denver is such a really nice city with a lot of like just such a great energy, and then you factor in the nature to all of that, and it just it's always a good time. Now with that said, we are not going home just yet. We have one more stop to make, although it's just an overnight hold, in Wichita, Kansas tomorrow. And I think I said before dinner, I'm ridiculously excited for that. I don't know why, but that to say, like, we're not, the next 2 days are going to be us driving home. So we're going from here to Wichita south through Oklahoma to Texas. So if you want to peace out now and say, see you next time, that is totally fine with me. And if you do decide to peace out, maybe you're flying out of Denver and you're headed back home to wherever you're from. I hope that this video series or the couple episodes here have been interesting. For those of you who asked for the vloggy kind of type videos, I hope that this is what you were looking for. I hope this was interesting. If nothing else, maybe you got to know myself and John a little bit better. And I really appreciate you all, anyone who's, I don't think anyone's watching at this point, but if anyone is still watching, I appreciate you all so much. Any questions and comments you have, feel free, as always, to leave them down below or write me an email. And don't forget, by the way, it feels like it's been years since we were in Salt Lake City. But if you want to enter the giveaway for the Land Cruiser Heritage Museum merchandise, feel free to, that email is the same way that you will enter the giveaway. You'll find instructions to that earlier in the video and down in the description below. Thank you all for playing along if you do decide to enter the giveaway. And yeah, so I'm going to continue to record the little bit that we have left in Kansas and Oklahoma. And yeah, stick around or I'll see you next time. Well, guys, we made it to Wichita, Kansas, and we are at our hotel, which is the Hyatt Regency, right on the Arkansas River. I know, isn't that like the most exotic of places? Although it kind of is exotic because I don't think I'd ever have gotten here had we not, had it not been a convenient overnight hold on our road trip. And I gotta say, it's actually really nice. Let me turn you around here so that you can see what we're looking at. This is the Arkansas River here in Wichita, Kansas. And it looks like there's like a whole kind of river walk along the banks of the river, which is super nice. Isn't it amazing how much crap you just end up with after, so much time on the road? Like, I don't understand. That's full. This is full. And we're 2 people. So I guess that means it's time to head home and empty all this stuff into the house. So, yeah. But honestly, could not have asked for a better road trip car than the GX. It's been perfection. I mean, just absolute nothing else I would want to drive or pack all my stuff in than a GX. Well, guys, here we are, right back where we started from, the best place in the world, home. And I can't tell you how much fun we had. I can't tell you how much fun it was having you all along with us on this great adventure as well. I can't wait to just start going through all the footage and editing this all down and, you know, in the process of that, getting to relive this amazing trip as well. And yeah, in the meantime, again, I really appreciate so much all the community, all the love, all the likes, all the comments, everything that you all, you know, the community that you all have helped me build here. So thank you so much for watching. Questions and comments, as always, you can leave them downstairs or email me at the email that you're seeing here on screen. So many videos like these, even these, you know, great adventure vlogs, have come as requests that I've gotten to that email. So let me know how you like this, if we should do more of these, if we should never do this again. I look forward to hearing about that. So thank you guys again so much. I will see you next time. Have a great one and take care.